Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Recha Kudash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. And today we're going to go into the book of Exodus, the 31st chapter. And the Lord Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, See, I have called by name Bezaleel, the son of Uri, the son of Hur, of the tribe of Judah. And I have filled him with the Spirit of God, in wisdom, and in understanding, and in knowledge, and in all manner of workmanship. So the Lord basically had him, Bezaleel, that is, basically as an expert craftsman in all manner of work, as he later describes. To devise cunning works, to work in gold, and in silver, and in brass, in the cutting of stones, that's the engraving, to set them, and in the carving of timber or carving of wood, to work in all manner of workmanship. So when it came to all the things the Lord described to Moses to build, concerning the tabernacle, the ark, the altar, all of those things, he didn't have to stress because there were people already in the camp. One in particular being Bezaleel, who the Lord had blessed with the Spirit to be able to build and also oversee these things, right? So he was skilled in that manner. And I, behold, I have given with him Aholiab, the son of Ahisamach, of the tribe of Dan. And in the hearts of all that are wise-hearted I have put wisdom, that they may make all that I have commanded thee. So the Lord basically put it to all those that had the ability to like sew or to build or to engrave or, were smiths of any sort. The Lord, he intensified that spirit so that based on the instructions Moses would give them, they could design and build exactly according to that blueprint. The tabernacle of the congregation, and the ark of the testimony, and the mercy seat that is thereupon, and all the furniture of the tabernacle, and the table, and his furniture, and the pure candlestick, and all his furniture, and the altar of incense, and the altar of burnt offering, with all his furniture, and the laver and his foot, and the cloths of service, and the holy garments for Aaron the priest, and the garments of his sons to minister in the priest's office, and the anointing oil and sweet incense for the holy place, according to all that I have commanded thee shall they do. And the Lord Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, Speak thou also unto the children of Israel, saying, Verily, my Sabbaths ye shall keep, for it is a sign between me and you throughout your generations, that ye may know that I am the Lord Yahweh that doth sanctify you. So the Sabbaths are non-negotiable, right? You have to, that was or law that the Lord, emphasized to Moses here, because, it would also set us apart. It would separate us and be a sign as well, signifying our covenant between him and us, as we would basically be the only people that live this way. That you may know that I, the Lord, doth sanctify you, right? Because that's one of the requirements of the God that we serve. So it's an indicator, Slakia, of which God we serve. Verse 14, Ye shall keep the Sabbath therefore, for it is holy unto you. Everyone that defileth it shall surely be put to death. For whosoever doeth any work therein, that soul shall be cut off from among his people. So you notice here when it mentions being cut off from among his people, this is in expounding or in continuation from the specific way, right? Here the Lord emphasized that what he means by being cut off is that you're going to be put to death. All right, and it shows you how serious the Sabbath is, and also how merciful the Lord is, because in this captivity, right, There are times when you might not be able to to keep the Sabbath, you know, as holy as it should be kept, right? But you do the best that you can, right? But maybe you might have to work, and it's the Sabbath. But this is the condition of the battle we're in. However, the things that you can control, you do, and that's also the importance, which highlights the importance of mercy through Yahweh Shai. Verse 15: 6 days may work be done, but in the seventh is the Sabbath of rest, holy to the Lord Yahweh. Whosoever doeth any work in the Sabbath day, he shall surely be put to death. And really, the Sabbath isn't supposed to be something that is really stressful, right? It's because we're in captivity, in this day and age, that it may feel like it's sometimes it falls at times where it's like it conflicts with certain things. But keep in mind, in the ancient world, the kind of life that Israel lived, a lot of the labor was manual, right? And so the Sabbath was like how people see the weekend today. In this day and age, you would look forward to it. It's be a day of rest. You can rest. You wouldn't have to worry about working and doing all those things. And so it was instituted for that. All right, rest. Verse 16: Wherefore the children of Israel shall keep the Sabbath, to observe the Sabbath throughout their generations, for a perpetual covenant. It is a sign between me and the children of Israel forever. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, and on the seventh day he rested and was refreshed. And he gave unto Moses, when he had made an end of communing with him upon Mount Sinai, 2 tables of testimony, tables of stone, written with the finger of God. And I think in a previous video, I forgot exactly which one, but I believe I had mentioned the tables that it hadn't specified to. But yeah, that was an error on my part, because it is specifically mentioned here in the later chapter that it was 2 tables of stone, and it was written on each side of it. Now it says written with the finger of God, but it doesn't mean the Most High actually pulled out his finger and then start to scrape inside of this this tablet of stone. Okay, but just speculating, you can imagine possibly even a small tiny laser from a chariot, right, inscribing these things, or etching it in that stone. But however it was inscribed and it was given to Moses. And that brings us to the end of the book of Exodus, the 31st chapter. Lord willing, that was edifying to the elect. In closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Recha Kodash. And until next time, Shalom.